I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed? Another revolution? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you. There was never any other way this could have gone.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Hey. Psst. Hey. You're ready to start building communism. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all. Oh yes, the mass of everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right? Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals. I'm not at liberty to discuss the...
$1 billion?
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will... They started. Centuries of care, deliberation. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the... Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his innate...
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this.
Of course. To each their own. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks...
But the strike union has gone on...
Heavens, no.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick... He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin. Yes, Edgar looks exact. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in off... The Débardeurs Union was one organized...
A mob. The Débardeurs are
Refreshingly... And your opinion, detective? If I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Of course, officer. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy. Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every work. It's quite simple. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their open. And now...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about...
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work.
This checks out. No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines group has more effective channels of information. After all, 2,200 people are on strike. This is a big deal for them.
Mr. Clare told him, fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the...
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she was... downright haunt. The point of the
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
The scabs, if they were...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you.
Of course. How else can I help? You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Of course, Detective.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
Of course. And I don't... How could I
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Of course, Detective. Until then, is there anything I can help you with? Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city...
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then, unburdened by envy.
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two insulindic regattas. Even finished once.
Actually, you don't. The Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. It's a little-known fact among us law officials.
About the boat? Good. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the
Ingredients for what?
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from... Yes,
Wild Pines?
we're in logistics. It's... Yes, but...
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredient. Perhaps you've noticed... I'll be explicit. If you find this driver...
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
The two might, if...
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager.
As eager as I am to share it, no. We asked East... This is a limit... 1,000...
Well, at least
What is that?
why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. We did.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement.
Well, here's your chance, officers. How do you think that...
There was a shake.
With all due respect to... Precisely.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Yes? Excellent. It may come... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Looking for something? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcomp. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This guy...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags, when some kip boys... Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling... His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100...
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has...
Guess so.
Anti-Object Task Force. Behold, the Anti-Object Task Force has assembled. God's avenging...
Everything's still cool here, officer.